So here's the engine. Basically what I've done so far is I took the bottom part, the top end off, and I cleaned the pistons, piston rings. This is just a clamp here for putting on the top end. Cleaned up the piston rings really well. This was full of carbon deposit. Cleaned that out. I cleaned all the this right here for when I put the gasket on really well. I cleaned out the cylinders. Again, all this with a razor. Cleaned it with some WD-40 and a little bit of degreaser, not too much, and basically soap and water, and then just put another little bit more WD-40 so you won't get any rust or anything. And here's the head. I took out all of the seals, the valve seals, and I cleaned that out really well. Took off all the grime and gasket pieces and put a little bit of WD-40, and now it's ready to be overhauled, rebuilt. I also cleaned out especially the bottom part. Not too much, I didn't want to overdo it. Maybe I'll do a little more when I'm ready. It did have a little bit of carbon deposit, not too bad though. Here are the valves. The valve springs I have down there somewhere where all the junk is. And what's left to do is basically all I need right now is a few more valve seals. I went through all the valve seals that I had. There were only 4 that were bad, and that was because of me mostly, because I yanked them out too quickly. These I was more careful about these when removing them. Just be gentle, firm, but not too rough, otherwise you break them. So I tested these. The way I test them is I put them back on, and I take a valve, put it in, and put my finger over this right here when the valve is all the way down almost, and then just remove the valve really quickly, and you should hear a popping sound. If you hear popping sound, that means there's a little bit of pressure and the valve seal works. That's the way I do it. So what's left to do is order the 4 valve seals. I already cleaned the valves. I ordered a bunch of parts. I ordered a new clutch cover, all the gaskets, the clutch cover gasket, this is for the where the timer goes, the timer sprocket. This is for the right here for the flywheel and the water pump, and where the water pump goes, that area. The head gasket, very important. And this side is also a cylinder-based gasket. And this is the oil pan gasket. So like I said, all I'm waiting for is the 4 valve seals, and I'm going to start putting this together. The bottom part is right there where the yellow plastic is. It's all done. All gears are fixed. Second gear is fixed. All I'm waiting for, like I said, is the top part. A few more parts, and then I'm going to assemble the whole engine. One interesting thing I wanted to mention was that the way I removed the valve, the way I pressed the valve springs was with this big clamp over here. I had this spare clamp in my garage. That's just an old rusty clamp. Gotta clean it up. And I created my own tool to remove it. Basically took a little aluminum part and digged out this hole here with a saw. And basically what you do is you put this on the valve spring and just press it with the clamp, and then you can remove the little keepers. There's a lot of examples on how to do this in YouTube. There's people that have even created these with wood, but I prefer aluminum, and it worked out great for me. It saved me a bunch of money because the valve spring compressors are kind of pricey, anywhere between $40 to like $120. So whenever I can, I try to save some money by reusing parts and making tools or reusing tools. It's the old gasket there. As you can see, it's pretty worn out. I would not use this. I got all my parts here. It's ready to go. There's the bike. The only other thing I gotta do, except for the engine, is clean out the frame a little bit. Maybe repaint it, and maybe work on the forks. Put some new fork oil in there and paint it up. But that would be the last thing I do. Okay, more to come.